Yo, I need a new map sensor like ASAP. What is going on, my Moddism, and welcome back to another video. Now, if it's your first time on the channel and you've never heard of Moddism before, Moddism is the worldwide community and lifestyle of modding vehicles. But if you want to learn more about us and represent us to the world with hoodies and banners, be sure to go to moddism.com, link in the description below. Anyways, folks, as you can see, we are currently in the Skyline, and with us in the Skyline are my GTR fenders. So yeah, it's literally taking up the entire, I want to say more than half of the car. I literally have to lift this up just to use the shifter, but I am surprised that it fits in here. But the reason I have the fenders in the car is because I'm headed over to San Jose right now. There I'll be meeting up with Christian from Dynamic, who I believe worked on Randy's Skyline. So as you can tell, the quality is gonna be pretty good. I don't think we're installing them today. I think he's just gonna check them out in person so that way he can see what repairs he has to do. Because if you remember, I got these fenders when the wheel flew off. And I only got them because it dented my rear quarter panel and left a huge hole which uncovered some rust. I say huge, it's really tiny, but it's noticeable to me. But yeah, so we're gonna try to get that fixed with some GTR over fenders, and that's essentially what turned what was supposed to be a lightly modded project into a full GTR conversion. So yes, I plan on doing a full GTR conversion. Obviously, I'm not gonna be doing an RB26 because I'm not balling like that, but in the future, I will drop an RB25. But for the time being, I'm really enjoying how the 20 is running. I love how great it is on gas, and I also love that it's pretty peppy still. But yeah, a lot of cool things coming for this car in the near future, so if you don't want to miss out, be sure to hit that subscribe and turn on your post notifications. We are growing a YouTube community here, and it's so amazing to see Moddism on all platforms. But without further ado, folks, I am going to focus on driving. I will catch you guys there soon. So I'm like at the address that I was sent, but I don't think this is the right place because this is a Rolls-Royce dealership. Like, look at all these Rolls Royces up here, and they also have Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Like, dude, I wonder what tax bracket they're in. Probably top 1%. And then you have my JDM shitbox. So he just dropped off the fenders, but while we were doing that, I actually got followed by a cop, which I can't lie, scared me a little bit, and I did admit that to him later. But thankfully, he was super nice. His name was Officer Keith. Really down to earth. He was very friendly, and he asked so many questions about the car. Always dope to see car enthusiast officers. Alright, y'all, it is another day, as you can tell by this poo-poo weather. But today, we're going to be making some crazy turbo noise on this car. And to do that, I picked up one of these from the grocery store, and we're going to slap it on the car. Well, what do you mean by that, Chris? Well, I'll show you. It's like a crazy coincidence, but to do this job, I got the In Boost We Believe Moddism hoodie on. Pretty sick, by the way. If you haven't seen it before, check it out on the Moddism store. So, I realized I could do a sound test before and after, but then I would have to wait for the car to cool down again. To give you guys an idea of what this car sounds like at the moment, if I rev it, it just goes, but that's like the loud ass fan. In terms of the actual turbo noise, like, it's just a simple tss, tss, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, lesson over, let's get to it. Okay, I lied, I'm just gonna show you what it sounds like on the car anyway. Still pretty cold right now. I'm not gonna go too crazy because that's actually how the seller blew up the OEM turbo, which is a blessing in disguise because we ended up with a slightly bigger, could be an RB25 turbo, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that thing pulls. Here we go. Alright, let's slide it, get a little higher. Yeah, you practically can't hear it at all, but it's just a little tss. So we're about halfway through. I just chopped off the top with some like ceremonial rope cutting scissors, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just gotta cut off the bottom and then slice it down to the middle so it can fold it out like a sheet. Then we will trace it out to the shape of the OEM recirc valve and we should be good. Just like that. So taking a look in the engine bay, you might be asking, where is the OEM recirc valve? Well, it is right there on top. So we just gotta unbolt that one and that one, then that should come off, and then we'll trace it, put this on there, and we should be good. Loosening the 212s on top. So here is the OEM gasket from the recirc valve. I am going to place this over the can and trim it out to shape. Got our piece all cut out. I had to use a blade because I didn't have a hole punch that was big enough to fit these holes. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Let's go slap it on the car. So we got the Hawaiian Sun can chilling right there, just bolting it back into place. Super hyped to hear out the sounds. Okay, so we got the car all warmed up. Let's give it a little baby flutter. I think we can give it a little juice. Oh my goodness! No way. No way. Why does that actually sound so good though? We literally just used a Hawaiian Sun can. Lily Koi Passion! Oh my goodness. Oh snap, third gear got a harder pull. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that was a good one. Hey, this sounds good. Next line of business is to remove the OEM GTST spoiler. Now you might be asking, Chris, why would you get rid of such a original factory beautiful looking piece? Well, that's because I'm going to swap it out for an even more beautiful piece, an R32 GTR wing. And luckily for us, to remove this spoiler, it is nothing like the process on the Civic Si. Because if we check out this boy over here, I have an S204 spoiler from a Subaru, and I had to remove my OEM factory Honda spoiler, as you can see from like the little bumps on there. The OEM spoiler ended up leaving like 10 holes all across the trunk, which I patched with fiberglass and Bondo. But luckily with this car, it's only 3 bolts, and instead of doing fiberglass and Bondo, I am gonna patch up the holes with some welding. Well, not me, but Brian's gonna patch up the holes with his welder, so huge shout out to Brian. If we take a look at the underside of the spoiler, you can see it's 1, 2, and 3 bolts. That's it. Before we remove it, let's take one last look at how good the GTST spoiler looks. Wow. Part of me is gonna miss this look, but I just know I'm gonna love the GTR wing way much more. So now that those bolts are removed, if we take a look at the middle one, there's like a little plastic clip that you need to remove. Sorry if it'll focus. Come on, man, focus, lock in. You see my finger up in there? No? Sorry, it's really hard to see, but there is a little plastic clip right underneath there. Just gotta remove that and the whole thing should come off. So guys, upon removing the nut, I discovered that the previous owner of this car decided to use gasket maker when installing this wing because it was resprayed at some point. And look, no nuts on here. That is not coming off, and yes, I did pop those little plastic clips, but still, it is on there. So I'll bring it to Brian's tomorrow and see if he can get it off. Well folks, we are back on the road because I'm headed to Brian's house since I had no luck removing my OEM spoiler. But we're also going to be welding up the trunk today, so that should be pretty fun. No way, is that an AMG? Nice. Look at that, couple minutes in, he already did what I couldn't achieve. Thanks, Brian. So Brian just took off the wing. This looks absolutely amazing. Like a little drift missile look, a little LG retro, you know what I'm saying? But that's the man right there. Thank you so much, Brian. He's going to grind some of this stuff off and then weld over these holes, so we will have a pretty new looking trunk, but you know, it's gonna be all set for the GTR conversion and the wrap. These are his old setups from the Tesla, but now the Tesla is rocking some nice Meisters on there. He said 370/50. Real nice. Look at all that cheese flying around, man. That's beautiful. Look at that shiny metal. Alright everybody, put your safety squints on. That's sick. Wow, look at all these pretty sparks flying all over the place. It's like I'm at Disneyland right now. Back at it, back at it. Hey. What a real one, man. Thank you, Brian. Now he's making all pretty. This is how the other ones look, but dude, that was good, man. Those ones have still yet to be grinded. Wow. Hey guys, we just left Brian's house right now. I am eating a banh mi from Lee's. Not gonna lie, this specific location's kind of skimping, but still good. But anyway, here we have the car out in the daylight in all its glory. Can't even see that metal protector that Brian sprayed on. It literally is pretty much just like paint, but like way more expensive and way more special. But luckily the car's already black. But dang guys, wingless is a vibe, I must say. Like, it's going all around. Part of me absolutely loves the way this looks, but I just know I'm gonna love that GTR wing way much more. But damn, thank you so much, Brian. This looks amazing. Alright folks, ignore code right there, but we have a package that was sent to us by Apex Garage. If you guys don't know, Apex Garage has been a huge friend of the Moddism channel. They've been great supporters and great homies. And you might have seen this product on their channel before, and it's actually a really cool drying towel. But in the past, they did send us their Apex Garage drying towel. This is their signature item. I'm extremely blessed that they sent 3 of them, but if you want my honest opinion, I highly recommend you cop 1 or 2 or 3. Because this is how the drying towel looks out of the package. Code, you want to give it a sniff? Alright, it passed the COA test. He thinks it's valid, so yeah. It's great. You can dry 2 cars with 1 towel. It's insane. Alright, let's take you off the leash. But today, they actually sent us some more goodies, not drying towels. I believe one of them is a part for the Civic. I know I've been doing a lot of Skyline content recently. You know, I've been really excited to build up that car, of course. But we can't neglect the OG, you know, Project Moddism, Lavender Civic. I always have a soft spot for that car, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we have the Apex Garage Carbon Care Plus, and this is a carbon fiber ceramic spray with UV ray protection. But we're going to test this out today. Of course, with that comes with little spray nozzles, pretty cool. Whoa, this sounds cool. Here we have the Apex Garage Grime Reaper, and this is a non-acid ultra wheel cleaner. Kills the competition, of course, because if you haven't seen, I've seen lots of acidic wheel cleaners that just strip the finish on all these really nice looking wheels, and the fact that this is non-acid, I feel much safer using it. I'm really looking forward to using this because if you haven't seen my Civic recently, the TEs no longer look white. They look brown or gray, but not white. So let's bring it back to white. Last but not least. You might be asking yourself, Chris, what you got in this package right here, man? Whoa. Alright, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Bam! This is a carbon fiber hood scoop for the Type R hood. Now, you guys obviously know I don't have a Type R, but I did do a full Type R conversion on my Civic Si, so this is going to complete everything just so nicely. But here, let's take a look at the carbon fiber up close. Really beautiful patterns on here. This looks so nice. Oh my god. I think this is my first actual carbon piece that I've ever owned. Oh snap, look, it got a little grill there too. That's so nice. But before we install this, we gotta go ahead and try out these products because we need a clean surface and the Civic looks absolutely disgusting. And I wouldn't be doing it any justice installing this really clean part on a super dirty car. So without further ado, let's get it. But of course, once again, huge shout outs to Apex Garage for sponsoring this YouTube video. Be sure to check them out. So here we have my beautiful, beautiful Civic, my pride and joy, the face of Moddism, the one that started it all super dirty, front to rear, bottom to top. This car, it might look clean on camera, or it might not, but yeah. Certain parts of the wrap are lifting towards the hood scoop. I think that's normal because I literally went over those areas like 5 times and fixed it. So I think that's inevitable, but other than that, wrap quality still hanging on, just dirty. The wheels, absolutely filthy, guys. Look at this. Oh my god, my tail lights, they got eczema too. This car needs some love. Don't worry, Project Moddism. Apex Garage gonna get you right. Okay, so as you guys can see, these wheels are absolutely filthy. They're no longer white. They're more so like a charcoal gray looking thing. So with this Apex Grime Reaper wheel cleaner, we're supposed to just spray it on and you should be able to rinse it off, but because my wheels are super caked on, we're probably gonna have to scrub it a little bit. But without further ado, let's get it. So right now I'm just demonstrating no scrubbing at all. See how good this cleaner is. Y'all see that? So in the past, I've sprayed my wheels with a pressure washer before and it was never able to take off brake dust that easily. So that was with 0 scrubbing. Let's try it with light scrubbing. No way. Ooh, this is like liquid gold, man. Wow. And the craziest part is taking off a lot of these stains. Like, I know there's brake dust on here, but in the past, whenever I cleaned my wheels so they were squeaky clean as well as I could, there were a lot of these brown, sort of coffee-looking stains all over the wheel, because that's just the nature of white wheels. But, yeah, so this is taking out all those stains, which is really awesome. Alright, so we did a light pass over every single part, mostly. Let's spray it off. Oh my god. What? That's absolutely beautiful, y'all. So here's a better look at the ultra white TE37s now. Dude, it took out all those stains that I thought were permanent the first time I ever washed these wheels. How freaking amazing is that? So I bought these wheels a little bit shortly after I bought the Skyline, which is somewhere down there, but that was back in May. So yeah, these wheels are pretty freaking nice, man. Alright, time to tackle that one. But so far, I already tackled the driver's side. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What? Only Apex Garage could do that, man. Alright, so we got the SI all cleaned up, wheels and the wrap job. Look at how spiffy that looks. But right now we're gonna go ahead and pull the SI into the garage because I have to remove one of the dangling suspension sensors for the adaptive suspension. I believe it is the driver's side rear wheel, and after I do that, I should be able to drive this thing on the road again. I ended up just locking in and taking it off camera, but here is the, I forgot what it's called, like a bypass module sensor or some shit like that. Basically, this right here is what prevents a signal from being sent to your computer saying that there's an error with your suspension, because if you guys didn't know, 10th gen Civic SIs came with adaptive suspension from the factory, and when you swap out to coilovers, it gets rid of that. But you need one of these if you don't want a light showing up on your dash. Luckily, when I swapped out to RPF 1s, it actually chewed through one of the wires, which made the signal go off, so the fact that I have 3 working ones didn't matter at all, so I don't really... Sorry for me stuttering, but basically what I'm trying to say is I am not tripping about not having to put this on. So yeah, I guess that's another thing taken care of. And we can finally bring this back on the road without worrying about scratching up my T37s. So we're basically done with the Civic for now. Don't worry, I will still film that other product that they had sent us, but in order to film that one, I have to install the carbon hood scoop first because it is a product meant for carbon and I want to show it off to the best of our abilities. But first, I gotta take care of something on the Skyline. I did start it up earlier, but let's see if it's gonna struggle on me. Moment of truth. Oh my lord! Wake up, wake up! There you go. Alright, yeah, we definitely need to replace that MAF sensor. Dude, with no wing, this is like a vibe, man. But you know me, I love my wings, so we gotta slap that GTR wing on. But I am also debating on keeping the 17s or going 18s. Personally, the 17s have grown on me a lot. I think I just wasn't a fan of the 17s back when the car was more slammed. But now that we raised it, I could probably raise it like another ½ inch. And we'd have a nice looking track fitment. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these Buddy Club B1s. But today we are going to take care of something on the trunk because as you guys saw earlier, Brian was patching all the holes in the trunk. He did one heck of a job, and luckily the car's black, so you know, that spray paint masks in perfectly. But we have to tackle something underneath the trunk. So when he was welding it, he had to make a clean surface because there's literally no bare metal on this car. So we're just gonna patch that over and make sure it doesn't rust. This little one, I'm not sure what that's from, but it's currently rusting a little bit, so we'll just spray paint over that. All right, so I'm gonna tackle this spot first. Nice. Nice, just don't want it to rust. My hair looks crazy from when I started filming today, but yeah, now that everything's taken care of, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break from cars today. Just gonna go to the gym, just gonna take care of some other things that I've been meaning to. But don't worry, we will pick up where we left off at. But with that being said, I'll be back. And just like that, I am back. But check it out. Look at all the clear skies when before, a couple seconds ago, it was filled with ugly fog. You know what weather it is? It's the perfect weather to install a carbon fiber hood scoop. Let's get it. I'm super hyped about this because the weave patterns look so gorgeous. And on top of that, it's not wrapped like my black hood scoop is. So it's gonna look a lot better. Damn, this is legit. All right, nice. Here it is. So here is the gloss black wrap that I did on the hood scoop. Honestly, it's really not that bad, you know. Got all coverage. Dang. I did that. If I remember correctly, this hood scoop actually took me a decent amount of time to do, so I'm not surprised. Like, look at that, man. That looks legit. Went into the seal and everything. Nice. I'll keep this for memories. So here we have the two hood scoops side by side. That is the gloss black, and here is the carbon fiber one. I'm extremely hyped to toss this one on. I wonder if I'm gonna end up doing more carbon goodies in the future, but this is officially now my very first piece of carbon. Y'all, this is absolutely beautiful, man. It looks like black right here, and then you shift over here, it's carbon. Dude, this is so nice. Wow. I didn't really think that it would change up the look of the car a ton, but it really does. And I was a little worried that since that's the only carbon on the car and everything else is black accents, I was worried that it would look a bit off, but from here it just looks like black. But when you get up closer, it's like, what? That's cabron. No way. I love it. Apex Garage, y'all the best. But just wait, folks, there's still more to go. But now that we have our carbon fiber hood scoop installed, it is now time to use the Apex Garage Carbon Care Plus. I caught a little whiff of this stuff earlier and it smells good. Here is an up-close look at the Apex Garage Carbon Care Plus bottle. It is a carbon fiber ceramic spray with UV protection because, as you guys know, the sun, that guy up there, does a lot of damage if you let it sit in the sun. So before using this product, make sure you have a clean surface to work with, which we do. And once you got that going on, you just want to go in with light coats evenly. Can't neglect the top either. And we got our handy dandy Walmart microfiber cloths. We're just going to work it in like so. Ain't nothing much to it, you know. And not only is this going to protect your carbon fiber, it smells amazing like stated earlier, but it's also going to make it super shiny. And just like that, folks, our carbon fiber hood scoop now has a beautiful shine. Look at that. But now that we have the SI all cleaned and spiffed up, I want to give a huge shout out to Apex Garage for always being supporters of the Moddism family. Truly a great company with great products, and if you guys want to check them out, be sure to go to the Apex Garage store. And I'm most definitely going to order some more of this stuff too, because this is awesome. Literally, look how white the wheels are now. I didn't even know it could achieve this level of whiteness. First time I ever washed these wheels off, it was like brown stained all over it, and it was more like an off-white. But this legitimately removed everything. What? Oh my goodness, man. My teeth aren't even this white. Got a couple more things I want to take care of before we draw this video to an end. Oh yeah, I also cut my hair, surprise. I ended up cutting my hair, which is pretty funny because I noticed that in all of these vlogs, I end up cutting my hair at some point. That just goes to show how much time passes in between the start and finish of the videos. Personally, I think it's worth it because it makes the vlogs more entertaining, but I do hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. We're this close to 10K, which by the way, what should we do for a 10K celebration? Comment down below. In a couple days, we have the Miso Fresh Low Times Volume 2 event going on. And before that happens, I do want to slap on this Moddism logo decal on the rear windshield. Also comment down below if we should release these to the public. What do you guys think? I think this is gonna look sick. But before we do that, I gotta wash the car because it is so dirty. I have not been washing this car as much as I should, but honestly, I'm not gonna trip off it because we will be wrapping it very soon. And it is sponsored by Ravuni, so huge shout outs to Ravuni for always showing love to the Moddism family. If you guys didn't know, they sponsored the wrap on the Civic. The beautiful, beautiful lavender right there, that is Ravuni. And soon, this will also be covered in Ravuni. But of course, if you want to see what color we end up wrapping it, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. The GTR conversion is gonna be sick. But anyway, let's get to it. Check out that fitment though. Sheesh! I hope the fenders don't make me buy new wheels because I really love these P1s. Yay! Imagine I left my window down. The money shot. Let's go. I ended up cleaning my wheels for the very first time and I had no idea that they were this bright. But yeah, I had a lot of brick dust caked on there. Luckily, that was no problem for Apex Garage's Grime Reaper. So as you can see, the car is still wet, but like I said earlier, Apex Garage is a huge supporter of the Moddism family. So, we got the drying towel. Check this out. No cuts, y'all. No cuts. One swipe. Hey, let's go. One swipe. I figure for this little divot in the middle where that third pedestal was, I'm probably just gonna put some Bondo over there and then shape it. But then again, I don't know if it's even worth it because look how tiny that is. Am I just being a little OCD about this? I don't know. Now that the car is all clean, we can finally get to work. Right now, got our masking tape mock-up. I'm pretty satisfied with this, so yeah, let's start. Folks, I will not lie, that looks pretty fire already, but it is now time to take off the transfer tape and do the grand reveal. I had to splice this little part together. So it'll focus, yeah, this little part right here. I had to splice it together just because it wasn't a perfect circle and it would have came out a little wrinkled, but yeah, luckily we good. Man, I'm so hyped for this. We almost there. Big reveal, and bam! Check that out, y'all. Doesn't that look so sick? I really like it because now the rear end doesn't look as bland, but I'm super hyped for this. So I got a position up there because once we have the GTR wing, it's gonna come up to like, right about there. And I'm probably gonna do the gurney flap too, so I still want it to be visible. But hey, that looks sick. Here's how it looks on the inside. That looks so tight. And now the car is officially ready for Miso Fresh Low Times Volume 2. Well, folks, that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, which if you did, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. And subscribe if you haven't already, because like I said earlier, we're so close to 10,000 subscribers. I'm super hyped for this because I know once 10K hits, it's just going to be a snowball. Make sure you're subbed to the channel if you want to stay tuned, because we do have that GTR conversion going on, and we have our Miso Fresh boothing event in the next video. Lots of cool things are in store for you guys, I promise. As always, huge shout outs to the Moddism community for being so amazing and positive. With the world being filled with so much hate, good vibes are always refreshing. But if you want to learn more about Moddism and represent us to the world by wearing things like this crew neck, be sure to go to moddism.com, link in the description below. That is where all of our merchandise is located. Hoodies, banners, plate frames, flight tags, you name it. But of course, my mod is, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll catch you guys soon.